Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Reviewer channel, where today I am bringing you a review of this little thing. It's called the 8bitdo USB wireless adapter. What this is meant to do is to allow you to play with a Wii U Pro controller, a Nintendo Wii controller, a PS4 controller, or PS3 controller on your Nintendo Switch, Mac, or PC. Yes, this little thing that's available on Amazon.com for $20 is supposed to do all of that. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a PS4 controller to test this out. I do have a PS3 controller, but that is one problem with this, and it's not so much a problem with the device itself, it's more a problem with the PS3 controller. Just that how the PS3 controllers were designed, the PS3 in general was designed in a very strange way and not very conventional way. It was designed too differently from everything else, which ended up biting the PS3 in the ass. I ended up biting Sony in the ass later. But I do have this, a Wii U Pro controller. I still have some of these lying around. I still have my Wii U. It's still a really good system. So I am going to test this on my Nintendo Switch first and then on my Mac. See how well this works. Okay, so what you want to do first before you try to connect this is go into your system settings on your Switch, go down to controllers, and make sure that wired communication is set to on. By default, it's going to be set to off on all switches, so you want to have it turned on, because otherwise this will not work. So, it's on. So what you're going to do is push this little button right here that looks like a Mario coin, but you're going to push that after you plug this into one of the USB ports of the Switch dock. Here. And it's going to be there's going to be a light right above the coin button that's going to be blinking, have a yellow orangish light. So that means it's looking for a controller to pair with. And for it to really look, you gotta hold the button. Now it's blinking really fast. Now with your Wii U Pro controller, you hold the home button and the sync button in the back until it connects. And look at that, it's pretty quick. There's the blue light showing that it is in fact connected to the Switch. And now, look at that. Using a Wii U Pro controller, and it works exactly the same on a PS4 controller. It's just that instead of holding the home and sync button, you hold the home and share button when you're syncing it with a PS4 controller. But yeah, it's just as easy, so let's go and play a game over here. Play Resident Evil Revelations 2, a game that was never made on the Wii U, but now we're going to play it using a Wii U Pro controller. Now for this game in particular, I had to go into the split screen menu so that it would register the Pro controller. Now it's going to just read it as a Switch Pro controller just because that's how the game was designed. All the games are going to function like that. They're going to register this or your PS4 controller as a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Now the only thing is that this, of course, does not have all the functions of the Switch Pro controller. So it doesn't have the built-in motion controls like the Switch controller does. And while the Wii U Pro controller did have rumble in it, you're not going to get the rumble feature using this through the 8bitdo device, just because it's not going to sync up the exact same way as it would with a native Switch controller. But, as you will see, everything else works. Alright, so you see the Wii U Pro controller off to the side over here. Right now, controlling player 2 is Leon. Everything functions pretty much the same aside from the missing rumble feature, as I pointed out, but all the buttons are the same. Now, the only reason why this is easier to translate is because the button layout is the same on the Wii U Pro controller as it is on the Switch Pro controller, so A button is called the same thing on both controllers. You see there's B, Y, and X, and where plus and minus button are. Now that's not going to be... You are going to have an issue a little bit with syncing the PS4 and PS3 controller, not syncing it, but using it, just knowing, because the button prompts that it shows are going to be designed for the Switch Pro controller. It's going to be designed for the system that the game was made for, in this case, the Switch. So the button prompts are not going to show up as triangle, circle, square, even if you're using a PS4 controller. It's going to show up assuming that you're using a Switch Pro Controller. But even with that, everything else works the same. Use your control stick to move, right stick camera, ZR fire, ZL aim. Everything else is still the same. Now this works pretty well. I feel like something that this could be really good for is for multiplayer. If you have like a 4-player game or even a 2-player game where you only have, let's say you only have the 2 Joy-Cons and you're putting that together as a Joy-Con grip for player 1, but you have some Wii U Pro controllers lying around or a PS4 controller lying around. You didn't want to spend the $70 on a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, so you get the 8bitdo wireless USB adapter, or USB wireless adapter, however you want to call it, and save $50, and then just do this. So, I think I've shown enough of this. Now let's go and test this on my Mac. Okay, now we're going to test it with my Mac desktop. So I just clicked on Batman Arkham Asylum to open that up. I downloaded that from the Apple App Store. Now, I did try originally with the Tomb Raider 2013 game that I got from Steam, but for some reason that didn't work. It might be a Steam issue. But with games from the Mac App Store, it does work. See, it already, even if I haven't synchronized this yet, it sees, oh, you probably can't see the typing, it's so small, but under gamepad configuration, it'll say 8bitdo receiver, and then same thing for device name. So, now to sync this up, there's the button. Same thing as before. It is synchronized. Now, it's not going to function like a computer controller right here, but it is going to work when I play it. Now, this is where what I was talking about the button layout on the game not matching the button layout of the controller you're using. This is where that comes in, because this game, it does have controller support, but it's made to work with this controller, or controllers like it, the Logitech gamepad. So it's designed, as you can see, much more like a Xbox 360 controller as far as its button layouts, even though the shape is kind of like a PS3 controller, but button layout wise, it's like an Xbox 360 controller. So of course the A and B and X and Y buttons, they're in different places as opposed to a Nintendo controller, so that might confuse you, but once you figure out what everything is supposed to be, everything still works the same. I'll play as Armored Batman, little tribute to the Arkham City Armored Edition on Wii U. This game never came out for the Wii U, even though the Wii U got Arkham City and Arkham Origins. It never got Arkham Asylum. Well, now, if you have a Mac, or you've downloaded this onto your Mac, or you've downloaded it onto your PC, now you can play it using a Wii U Pro Controller. So, kind of like a similar experience. No, you can't play this with the Wii U gamepad, unfortunately. It wasn't designed that way, but still. Good old Mark Hamill. Again, everything works as it should. It's just getting used to the different button layout. Remember, this is XA. Woohoo! Add insult to entry, push you into the electric fence. So overall, I think this is a really good device, well worth its $20 price tag. I recommend this specifically for anybody who's looking to save money on controllers for their Switch or for their Mac or PC. And for Switch owners, if you're looking to play like Super Smash Bros. When that comes out, or co-op with Resident Evil Revelations 2 like I was showing, and you don't want to spend money on more controllers, then instead get one of these, and then you can synchronize that with your Wii U Pro Controller that you have. Or if you have a PS4 as well as a Switch, then just synchronize this with your PS4 controller. So again, it's a great way to save money on controllers. This is the 8bitdo USB wireless adapter. That concludes this video, and I will see you all next time.